This MOU is important because this is the declaration of close cooperation between two most important organizations in this country involved in educating Solomon Islanders. It is the key function of the university as well as function of media to educate the people. As stated in the MOU, Masi will assist SINU by providing a representative from the Masi Executive Committee to assist in the review of media and journalism offered in the certificate program offered here at SINU, making available its staff and personnel when requested by SINU to do presentations and talks, advocating on behalf of SINU to key mainstream media platforms for work experience opportunities, supporting SINU seek government and donor funding for the improvement of the journalism school. So these are some of the things mentioned in our MOU. There will be benefit to Masi as well, and also not only Masi but media in Solomon Islands in general. Although there are some highly qualified media personnel, in general, media in Solomon Islands lacks well qualified and experienced journalists. Reporters and particularly investigative journalists don't have much of them, good ones. This collaboration between Masi and SINU will produce such persons for Masi. One important thing is also the quality of journalism. Frequently we notice some grammatical errors, typing errors in newspapers. Some reporters do not double check a story before putting in the media. Some journalists write stories based on hearsay evidence and imagination, quoting unnamed sources without facts. Just to give an example, day before yesterday, or yesterday rather, there was a headline of one of the newspapers that CEO of one bank has been terminated. That was the story, the big story. The one who wrote, as usually he does, that he did not double check the story. What has happened was, one company in another country has published an advertisement in Solomon newspapers that this person, the CEO of this bank, is no longer, he has been terminated and we are not responsible for his actions. That was the advertisement. But a CEO to be terminated, he should be terminated by the governing body of the organization. Like if I am to be terminated, council has to terminate me. Nobody else, outside organization cannot terminate me. So what has happened here, the governing body of that bank has not terminated the CEO. Based on the advertisement, they wrote an article that this CEO has been terminated. So it's very misleading. So this kind of thing happens very often in newspaper if they don't double check the story. Media in any country also plays a key role in educating the masses. Media keeps informing the people what is happening in their own country, but more importantly, media exposes inefficiency of organization, nepotism, unpatriotic activities, and corruption in the country. In a country such as Solomon Islands, without adequate anti-corruption laws, at least up until now, hopefully we may have soon, this role is extremely important. Journalists all over the world quite often carry out very dangerous tasks. Those who report wars and civil unrest in countries such as Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, and some African countries get kidnapped very often, or even get killed. You see, if you follow the news, television news in other countries. In some countries where freedom of journalists is not assured, countries such as Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and Bangladesh, media personnel are sentenced to prison and even to death. Fortunately, Solomon Island is not one of them. However, we should not be complacent. We should not be complacent, and we should be very vigilant. The freedom of media personnel, journalists, is very important. Otherwise, we won't get the truth. If they are in fear of reprisals or actions against them, they can't write. So hopefully we will keep this freedom of journalism in this country forever, because most of your colleagues in other countries do not have that. So with that note, I once again thank you for coming to this important event, and thank, of course, the Media Association to take in initiative for this MOU. Thank you very much.